Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tanealyakimbeauty and this is Beauty. In this video, we're going to be doing my highlighter collection, and I am going to go ahead and declutter some highlighters in this video. I have 59 altogether, and I do have a few that I do want to go ahead and pull out of my collection. I think it's time to go ahead and let them go. But for the most part, it is going to be a collection. Just like I did with my blush collection video, I'm going to be combining my liquid and cream highlighters in this video because along with the powder ones, because I don't have enough to do a separate video. So we're just going to be doing everything together. I'm also planning on doing my face palette collection, but it just depends on how well this video does. The eyeshadow palette collection is really good, but the blush didn't even reach 100 views. I'm guessing people really like eyeshadow palette collections, but blush collections are not that popular. So depending on how this one does will determine whether or not I decide to go ahead and do my face palette video. But let's go on ahead and jump into this. First of all, what do you guys think of this particular angle? Usually I'm sitting higher up on a higher stool. I kind of like this angle right here. I don't know. Maybe I'll film a couple of videos in this particular lighting and this particular setup and we'll see how it looks. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. It's definitely different. It's not something that I've done before, but let's go ahead and jump into this collection video. So once again, here on my hands, I have everything set up the way that I did the blush collection. So hopefully everything is looking good. I'm going to start off with the highlighters that I got from Shop Miss A. Then I have a couple over here from Juvia's Place, and then we'll just go from there. These two are the newest ones to my collection. These are from Malibu Glitz. If you go on the website on Shop Miss A, these are listed as being pressed powder foundations, which I find very confusing because these clearly have a very shiny, highlighty finish to them. These do not come off as a pressed foundation. If you actually put these all over your face as a pressed foundation, you're just going to be a high shine glittering mess. So I would not use this as a pressed foundation, but as a highlighter, these are so pretty. It's like a very subtle shine, kind of that everyday shine, but I have really enjoyed these. I think these are so pretty. Like I said, they're really pretty for that nice everyday look. I don't know the shade names. They're not written on the actual packaging themselves, but this one is more of a rosy gold, and then this one is more of a champagne gold. Both of these are absolutely beautiful. This one is the AOA Studio Perfect Pressed highlighter. This shade is in Lavish. This is one of my favorite highlighters in my entire collection. All the highlighters I'm showing you right now from Shop Miss A, they were all $1. This one is a very glowy highlighter. It has like a little bit of a gold shift to it. It looks so pretty on the skin. It looks very smooth. It doesn't show any of the texture when I put it on my cheekbones. I am loving this one. These two are cream highlighters. This one is the Dewy Cream Highlighter from AOA. This shade is in Silk, and this one is a very dewy highlighter. It's so This one has more of a copper finish to it. The cream highlighter finish for $1 from Shop Miss A. They are so pretty. It's this one right here. So shiny and wet looking, so smooth. This one is the velour highlighter, and this shade is in Lucky. This one is more of a champagne gold. This one has a kind of a bounce to it. It's so creamy. It is so wet looking. Oh my goodness. It just gives your cheek this really pretty, dewy, glassy, wet-like finish. For $1, guys, these are some of the most beautiful highlighters in my entire collection. I only have two highlighters from Juvia's Place. This one is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 2. This one is a coppery, bronzy gold. Very pretty, very smooth. There are two others, but the volume 1 is too light and the volume 3 is too deep. So this one is like right in the middle, perfect for me. And then this one is the loose highlighter. This is the Royalty 1 by Juvia's. I barely use this one because I don't really use loose highlighters a lot, but I only have two loose highlighters in my entire collection, so I will be keeping it. I'm trying to make sure that I don't make a mess when I open this. But it is a very beautiful mid-tone gold shade. Loose highlighters I do not buy like a lot of by any means, because you are never going to pan this. It's not like a pressed powder. You're not going to take this and put this all over your face. One loose highlighter will probably last you a lifetime, and then you'd still probably have half a jar left. But those two are the ones from Juvia's Place. These two are my Milani highlighters. I think I have a face palette or two, but these are the only like single highlighters that I have. These were from the Ludicrous Lights collection that came out, I think it was early last year. This shade is Peach Ella. This one's kind of a pinky peachy. It has a shift from like peach to pink in there. Very, very pretty. And then this one is Pink Aru, and this one has a purpley blue pinky shift to it. Now these are not everyday highlighters by any means. If you're trying to find something to dupe the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost highlighter formula, these dupe those really, really well. These are kind of like that special occasion glow. I don't use these on a daily basis. I mainly use these for costuming purposes, but they're absolutely beautiful. These are my Becca highlighters. They are the Shimmery Skin Perfector. This one is Opal, and I think this one is called Dreamsicle is this one. This one I got from Sephora. It was one of my very first purchases when I was first getting into makeup. I don't really shop Sephora now. I mostly just shop Ulta. But this is a really beautiful formula. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, Becca is going to be going out of business in September. They are closing their doors, so we won't be able to get these anymore. But this one right here was the very first highlighter from Becca I ever got. And then this one I actually got from TJ Maxx. I really liked the tone in this one. It's an orangey highlighter, and it has like this little swirl in the inside, as you can see there. This leaves a really pretty orange gold kind of tone to the skin. It's really pretty in the summertime. Like right now, it just leaves this really pretty glow. Really enjoying this one. These are the Kimchi Thaler highlighters. There's one more. It's like this really pretty pearlescent one that I've been meaning to get to add to the collection, but I just haven't had a chance to yet. This one is the Thaler Get That Glow Aspen Glow. This one has a kind of a mid-tone shade here and then a deeper bronzy one. I use this one the most, but both of them are absolutely beautiful. The Kimchi Thaler highlighter formula is gorgeous. This one is Hollywood Glow. This one has more of it's like a golden tone here, and then this one, I don't know if you can tell, is more purplish. I had this one in my makeup rotation for last week that I was kind of working through. Mainly used this one. The purple one I didn't really use that much, but once again, beautiful. And then this last one is the Saint Tropaz Glow. This one is kind of in the middle. A little bit lighter than the Aspen Glow. Once again, really, really beautiful. Hopefully, eventually I will add that pearlescent one to my collection as well. These are my highlighters from e.l.f. I have a very small highlighter and blush collection where e.l.f. is concerned. You would think I would have more, but surprisingly, I don't have that many. This one is the Nabella Noir. I think that's how I'm saying it. This was that collaboration. This one, unfortunately, they do not make anymore, so you cannot get it. It was limited edition. This is a loose highlighter. Other than the Juvia's Place one, this is the only other one that I have. It is a beautiful, soft gold, but you can also build it up and it's very, very glimmery on the skin. This one and that Juvia's Place one are probably going to be the only loose highlighters I will ever purchase. I mean, why does anybody need 10,000 loose highlighters when you're literally barely ever going to use them? This one is a shimmery highlighter powder. It is in Topaz Glow rather. This is a very beautiful, soft highlight. You put this on your cheeks and it gives you this very beautiful, healthy glow to the skin. It doesn't show any texture. It leaves my cheeks looking very, very smooth. I really, really enjoyed this formula. And then this one is the Jelly Highlighter. I got this along with that Jelly Pop blush to try out, and I really enjoyed it. It blends really well over powder. It sets down really quickly. It lasts all day. It's one of my favorite formulas. These three right here are the Glow Lights. These are from Tattoo Junkie. These are some of the very first highlighters I ever got when I first got into makeup. I am going to declutter the three of these. I kept these after I did my highlighter declutter last December 2020. Only because I didn't have tones like these and other highlighters yet. I was still really building up my collection at the time, but I am going to go ahead and let these go. This shade is in Couture. It's a really pretty gold. The formula in these highlighters is really good. These are only $3. So if you do see them and you're wanting a good highlighter that's inexpensive, pick them up. They really are a good formula. This one is Strobe. It's kind of a mid-tone gold. This one is Blaze. I think this is the pinky one. No, this is kind of a more mid-tone gold. But yeah, these three I'm going to go ahead and pull out of my collection. All of these are from an independent brand that was called 65 Roses. Unfortunately, they do not exist anymore. She ended up moving on to do something else. It was just taking too much time to make the highlighters, so she decided to move on to something else. The last that I heard, she was doing nails. I don't know if that's what she's still doing now, but her highlighter formula was really, really nice. I'm sad that she stopped making them, but I do understand why. This shade is called Aurora. This is a gorgeous, and I know, can you see that? It's a duochrome. It goes from like gold to pink to purple. It is so beautiful. Her formula was so creamy and buttery. This shade is called Phil and Fritzy, and yes, I'm pretty much going to keep all of these because they're really beautiful. They're very unique. I'm not going to find these anywhere else. This one has, I don't even know if you can see that very well, but it has this really pretty green, kind of a blue shift. I'm going to swatch this and see if you guys can see it better. You know, when you're using the ring light, it's not as clear. But that's what it looks like. Let me swatch this on my hand and see if we can get a really good swatch there. It sucks because, there you go, you see that? It's not showing on camera the shift that you can see in person. Could be my lighting, I don't know, but it has this really pretty blue to green shift to it. It is so gorgeous. This was named after a drag queen, by the way. This one is called Sweet Tea. It's a really pretty bronzy gold shade. This one is Rose. It's a very deep, rich, rosy shade. I mean, so creamy. Just absolutely creamy. See that? Wow, that is a very unique highlighter shade right there. You don't see highlighters like that every day. That is so beautiful. This one is called Baby Boy. This one has kind of a light duochromy gold to I don't even know how to explain it, green kind of a shift to it. This one is like super creamy. Let me see. You see? This one has like a gold. In person, the gold is a little bit deeper, but it has like a deep gold to kind of a bluish green shift. Like I said, I hate that she stopped making these, but I understand because it was a lot of work. You know, she had a young baby at the time, and these were not easy to make. It took a lot of time to put these together. This one is called Fairy Glam Mother. This one was actually named after me. At the time, we were all admins in a Jeffree Star group. We were Jeffree Star fans. No longer are. But at the time, we were all admins in a Jeffree Star group. And so she had named some of these after us. And this one was mine. It's a very pretty berry gold shade. And I was called Fairy Glam Mother because I was the oldest in the group. Yes, I'm an old woman. This one is called Goddess. This one, oh my God, it has a very pretty green to purple shift. This one is a little bit more gritty. There was another one, it was another one that she had that was super gritty. She actually redid that one. Those I decluttered because they were still kind of gritty. I don't know if you can see it right here. Purple to green. Oh my goodness. This formula was just absolutely stunning, and my camera and lighting are not doing it any justice. Right, now I'm going to do my Kiko Milano highlighters. I had to go wash my hands to get all the excess glitter off of them from that last group of highlighters. I have really come to enjoy Kiko Milano's highlighters. I think the formula is underrated. I think the brand in general is underrated. You don't really see a whole lot of people talking about them, but their highlighter formula to me is just really pretty. The first one that I'm going to talk about, this one is the Dolce Diva Glam Cushion Highlighter. This one is a liquid highlighter. I bought this one in shade 3. They're actual shade names, but for some reason they're not on the packaging, but you can find them on the website. This one was the deepest. I think there were 3 shades total. I didn't realize how deep it was when I bought it, but when you put it on and then you blend it out, like it looks deep at first, right? But when you blend it out, it actually shears out to this really beautiful light gold finish. It's not like super dark on the skin. Now, if you're more on the fair side, it may still pull kind of dark. And if your skin tone is of, that tan to deep, it's going to look really beautiful. But as you can see, it's a very natural kind of a highlight going on there. This one is the Unexpected Paradise. Does it have a shade name? Golden River. This one has a very light kind of a tropical scent to it. I love that leaf embossing, if you can see that. It's really pretty. This one is very smooth, a nice little golden finish to the skin. I love this one. If you're somebody that's sensitive to fragrances though, it might be a bit much for you. One thing about Kiko Milano's products is some of them have fragrances, some of them don't. The ones that do have fragrances though, it can be a little bit overwhelming. This one is from the Fruit Explosions collection. This one is Coral Sunset. I love the fact that it looks like a slice of a strawberry. And on the inside, they're like embossings of strawberries. But I'm not sure if those are raspberries or strawberries, but this one is really pretty. This one also has a fragrance to it. It's very kind of a fruity, candy-ish almost scent. So if you're sensitive to smells, once again, this might be a little much for you, but the formula itself is very smooth, very wet looking. I very much enjoyed this one. This one was from the Holiday Gems collection. This shade is in Shimmering Stardust. This one came broken. I had to press it in. I actually have another one that also came broken. This is why I don't order highlighters from Ulta anymore. The ones that are like really, really delicate, because I don't know what it is about Ulta, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Whoever is packaging doesn't pack them a lot of things properly. This one came broken because they sent it in those little thin plastic envelopes with barely any bubble wrap in it. So I called Ulta and had them send me another one, and whoever shipped it exactly the same way. So that one came shattered. So I ended up putting like alcohol in it and like pressing it in. It had this really pretty star embossing, but obviously I don't have that anymore. The highlighter though, it's really, really pretty. It's a very glowy, smooth highlighter. I just hate that it came broken twice. And then this one is the Baked Highlighter. This one was part of the Dolce Diva. This was in Lively Champagne. This one came a little bit loose, so I have to press it down. I need to put a little bit more alcohol in it and press it down a little bit more. One thing about Kiko Milano's highlighters is something that can be like very, very delicate, so you have to be kind of careful with them. This one doesn't have a fragrance. The shade is really, really beautiful. The tone is absolutely gorgeous, and this one, once again, very smooth. This one, if I remember correctly, did show a little bit of texture, but it was still a beautiful highlighter. These are all my highlighters from Revolution Beauty, Makeup Revolution, London. These 4 are like Disney highlighters. I got them just because I thought they were cute as far as collectibles. This one is the Tasty Peach. I didn't get this one because, I was thinking the highlighter was going to be just all that fantastic. The formula was going to be amazing. I will be honest, I got it for the packaging. It's pretty much why I got all of these. I just thought the peach was really cute. This one does smell like peaches. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely adorable. The formula is really, really good, so that's a definite plus, but I got it mainly just for, the kitschiness of it. I thought that it was so cute, but the formula is really good, so that's an added bonus. This one was from the I Heart Revolution collaboration with the Aristocats. This is the Madam shade. There were 3 of them. This was the deepest one. The formula in this sucks. There is no shine to this. No, this just does not do anything for me. You put this on your skin and it barely shows up. But for the kitschiness of it, it's really super cute. And I like the paw print in it. So, I'll be keeping it just for that reason. These 2 are from the Revolution Beauty X Nightmare Before Christmas. This came out, I think, last Halloween. One of these came broken. I ordered these from Ulta. It was this one. See? Came broken. This is why I don't order highlighters from Ulta anymore. They just don't know how to pack things properly. It's a beautiful formula. It just came broken. This shade is in Misfit Love. I love the packaging. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I got it. That packaging alone right there with Jack and Sally. Same thing with this one. The artwork is just so beautiful. This shade is called Moonlight Mischief and Madness. This one came intact. And as you can see, there is an embossing, I don't know if you can see it very well, of Jack Skellington's face in it. The other highlighter looked the same way before, it came shattered. And then this one was from the I Heart Revolution Little Mermaid collaboration. The formula in the ones in The Nightmare Before Christmas, those are really good. I enjoyed those. The formula in this one just was not very good. I don't think that it came out very well in the skin. There wasn't much shine to it. I am planning on getting the Tiana one just because it looks absolutely beautiful. And I will say I do love the fact that the packaging looks like a little storybook. I mean, let's be real. I didn't buy any of these highlighters here from Makeup Revolution because I was expecting a fantastic formula. I got them strictly for the packaging. These are the ones that I got from ColourPop. After this, I have one more stack. That one is just like random highlighters. I only have one each of, and so after we do that, we'll be finished. But let's go ahead and go through the ColourPop ones. All of these are the Disney ones. These are from the Disney Designer Collection and then the Villains Collection. Of all the collections that ColourPop has launched over the last few years, this was one of the best. This is when they actually put real time and care, into the packaging, into the formulas. Now they just kind of pump things out like it's a factory. Every time you look up, they're launching something new, but this collection was beautiful. I also have both eyeshadow palettes in this collection as well. This one is Coronation. It's just a really pretty gold. This one is from Sleeping Beauty. This is Aurora's shade. This formula is one that I wish ColourPop would do more shades in. It's like they did these and then I haven't seen another powder highlight formula like this since they released these. They do a lot of the Super Shock ones and stuff, but as far as like this really pretty powder formula, these are the only ones that I've seen them do. This one is Horse and Carriage. This one is Cinderella's. I mean, the artwork alone on this packaging is just so beautiful. This one is a gold, but it has a blue shift to it, which is like really, really pretty. This one is Giselle, and this shade is called Andalasia. Really pretty mid-tone copper gold shade there. This is Meg, Big Tough Girl. Love the packaging there. And this one has a purpley shift to it. I'm going to swatch. It's kind of a purpley pinky shift. So this is not like, you know, a highlighter I would use every day, but it really is absolutely beautiful on the skin. These are the villain ones. All of these are Super Shocks. This one is Fairest of All, which is the Evil Queen. Absolutely gorgeous packaging, but that is what it looks like. This one is like a deeper gold kind of a shade. I apologize, there's like a weird reflection, but there's like the paper on this packaging is kind of holographic, so it might be like weird on camera. This one is Maleficent, Mistress of All Evil. That's what the packaging looks like. This one is so super icy and wet looking on the skin. It's one of my favorites. I mean, you can see in the palette right there in the pan, it's just so shiny and wet looking. This one is Cruella. You idiots, you fools, you imbeciles. That's what the packaging looks like on this one. This one is also very icy and wet looking on the skin. This one is Hades. Everybody's got a weakness. I love the fact that they did one for like every villain, every one of the major villains. This one has a really pretty gold shift to it. This one is Ursula, Poor Unfortunate Souls. This is the one that has that kind of a pretty purpley shift to it. This is one of my favorites. Once again, not something that I would use every day. You guys, this formula in particular is so, it just feels so wet, yet so creamy. I absolutely love it. So it is a really pretty shift. These two are similar to each other, but this one being a Super Shock is a little bit more on the wet glassy side, but both of those are stunning. And then this last one is Dr. Facilier. Meet me on the other side. So that's what the packaging looks like on this one. Like I said, this was when ColourPop was really putting a lot of thought into the details of the product instead of just pumping everything out every 5 minutes. Gorgeous, deep, rich gold shade. And then I have two kind of random ones. This one is Candy Floss, Super Shock Highlighter. This one was part of that Cloud Spun collection, I think. This one I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up decluttering. It's a Super Shock formula, but it's not as smooth and wet and silky as the ones in this formula. It's not the same. And I don't think this one goes on as smooth either. I'm going to keep it for now, but I'm pretty sure that when I do my big declutter at the end of the year, this is probably going to come out. And then surprisingly, I only have one highlighter stick. This one is called Acting Up. It's just a really pretty gold. I like the stick formula. I just haven't had a chance to really get any more and play with it, but it's a really beautiful creamy formula. This last group, these are just like random highlighters. I only have one each of these. So let's go ahead and go through this stack, and then that will be my entire collection. This one is the newest to my collection. This one is the Iridescent Pearl Highlighter from Hard Candy. It is a prismatic highlighter, iridescent effect on the skin. I just got this one. I'm going to go ahead and open it and take it out of the packaging. This came in a friend mail from Andrea from My Messy Craft Room, and it is absolutely beautiful. I just once again, thank you so much, Andrea, for thinking of me. You are so sweet. She finds a lot of hard candy products at the Dollar Trees in her area. She lives in Wisconsin. I live in Memphis, Tennessee, and you guys, I never find the hard candy products. But she sent this to me in a friend mail, and it is a really pretty highlighter. You know, as you can see, it was still in the packaging, so I haven't actually had a chance to use it. Let me go ahead and swatch it. I don't think I've ever used a highlighter from Hard Candy either. Looks like it's a white pearlescent shade. It's very subtle. It's right there. Let me give it another swatch. All right, it's a very light prismatic kind of a shade. This one is from Bedoya Beauty. It's a Prism Highlight. This one is also newer to my collection. I had to keep the box for this one because they don't have any information in the packaging at all. No shade names, nothing, which I think is funny. But this one is called Honey. I haven't had a chance to use this one. I'm going to be using this in an upcoming video trying new makeup. That is what the highlight looks like. It looks like it has kind of a gold shift to it. Not shift to it, but that it's actually gold in tone. Feels pretty silky. Let me see what that looks like in a swatch. Okay, it is a gold highlight right there. Look forward to trying this one in that trying new makeup video. This one is from Fenty Beauty. It's one of the Kilowatt highlighters, Girl Next Door, and Chic Freak. This was one of the very first highlighters I got, like higher end ones. I also bought this from Sephora at the same time that I got that one from Becca when I was first beginning my makeup journey, and didn't really know like what I liked, just kind of trying some different things out. But this one is a beautiful one. This is the only one that I have from Fenty. I love the fact that you have the two pinky tones with this. So mainly I pull this out when I'm in the mood for like a pinky highlight. It's not something that I use on a daily basis. This one is from LA Colors. It is the Cheek and Lip Tint, which is funny because you're not going to put this on your lips. It's a highlighting stick. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I had this one in my makeup rotation for the last couple of weeks just to kind of test it out. I find this one hard to blend out. It is a pretty highlight. I got this off of Shop Miss A. If you're looking for something, that's going to give you a nice glow, it's not going to cost much, you might enjoy this one. But I think this one works better for someone who doesn't have to set their face with powder. This one just doesn't blend over powder very well. This one is from Laura Geller. It is in Sunbeams. This came in a little set. I bought this little Laura Geller set from TJ Maxx. I think it had like 4 products in it, but this was like a little deluxe sample of a highlight that was in it. It's a beautiful highlighter. I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not though. I might go ahead and declutter it. Let me swatch this and see what I think about it. It feels very smooth. And, it's a pretty gold. Things that I have, tones like this in other formulas. Yeah, I think I'm going to declutter it. It's a pretty formula. It's a pretty highlight, but I have other ones that I like more in this kind of a tone, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this. This one is from Cab Cosmetics. It's the Glow Powder and French Kiss. I used this in a video recently trying out the Cab Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and then this one, when I bought it, I thought it was a blush. Like you first looking at it, your first thought is, oh, that's a glowy blush, but it's not. It's a highlight. It's like a gold highlighter, and it has just a very, very light touch of pink to it when you blend it out. It looks more gold than it does pink. This is the Metallic Glow Highlighter from She Glam. This one I am going to declutter. I also had this one in my makeup rotation at the same time that I had this one to test it out. It's pretty, it's okay, but there is really nothing special about this one. It barely has any shine to it. It has kind of an orange tone to it. It reminds me of that Dreamsicle one from Becca, but it's just not nearly as glowy. It's very dull. It looks very textury on the skin. I don't like this one at all. I really gave it my all, to try to make it work, and it doesn't work for me. I'm going to declutter this one. This one's from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It is the Highlighter Illuminator. This one isn't turned on. Eventually, I would like to try out a couple of more shades of this. When this launched, they sold out so quickly. I happened to be at an Ulta store and they had a display, but the other shades that I was interested in were all sold out. This is the only one that was left, and this one is kind of has as you can see, a reddish tone to it, kind of a ruby tone. That's the word I'm looking for. Ruby. It is so beautiful. Her formula is really nice. It's creamy, as you can see. It's very smooth. I like the way that it looks on the skin. Now, this is not a highlight that I would use every day. It's kind of reminiscent of, what was that one that I just swatched that was kind of red? I had to go find it because I couldn't remember which one it was. But it's kind of reminiscent of this one of this rose one, but it's not quite as red, but close. So if I was ever, like this one just had to go and I couldn't keep it any longer, this one is sort of dupish to that one, just not quite as red, but beautiful nonetheless. I have 2 more highlighters and then we're done. This one is from J-Cat Beauty. It is You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter. This shade is in Moon and Back. This is a really beautiful formula. This is the first one that I ever got from J-Cat. It's the only one I have right now. I do want to try some more of them. I love the embossing. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but it's really, really pretty. And it's a really pretty formula too. It's, not too shiny, kind of an everyday subtle highlight, but it is beautiful. I am very much enjoying this one. And then this one is from the Balm. This is the Mary Luminizer. Very subtle, everyday kind of a highlight too. Gives you just a little bit of a healthy glow to the skin, but it's not like, super, super pal. It's pretty, and I feel like I like the compactness of this. So, I can easily throw this into a bag, for travel or whatever. And the packaging, that kind of a vintage look to it. Really, really cute. So I started out with 59 highlighters. These are all the ones that I'm keeping. Still a pretty decent amount. And these are the ones that I'm decluttering. That was my highlighter collection and declutter. If you like these types of videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That does help my channel. If you would like to see the face palette collection video, drop a comment down below and I will put that one together. It's funny because I don't have nearly as many highlighters as I did, or single highlighters as I did when I did this collection declutter in December 2020. Because like I said, for some reason, I have been just building up a lot of palettes this year and not buying as many singles. So I have a lot more highlighters in palettes than I do singles. So if you'd like to see that, like I said, just drop a comment down below and let me know. But be safe, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.